excited to be with you ladies tonight. Most of you I know, some of you I don't, but I'm so grateful to be here. And time management is like my jam. I love to manage my time and create opportunities for the people I love and do the things that I love. And so I'm just going to share a couple of little tips, but I first want to tell you a little bit about how I came to know Daryl. Oh, thank you.
Becky, you're not loud.
I'm not loud. I'm not
Because
loud.
your microphone's not.
It's not even on. Okay. There we go. Is that better?
Awesome, yes.
Okay. All right, here we go. So this is me back when, this was in 2002, with my Chloe, who's now 22. Where is Chloe? Those who don't know. And my husband and I and Chloe took a little trip to my sister Natalie's home in Seattle. And I have always loved being a mom. It has its ups and downs, but overall, I've loved the entire experience. But at this stage of motherhood, I had 3 others. We had left home, probably with Grandma Jim. I was kind of in a funk. I was homemaking, all the things. I just was feeling a little off. And so Natalie, my sister Natalie, has a great big library in her home. And so I was just kind of browsing through her books, and I came across, can you hear me okay? Mm-hmm. I came across this cute little book. And I pull it out, and I start thumbing through, and it has these cute little illustrations, and it has pictures. And I start to read on this trip, and I am immediately drawn in. I just had never thought of homemaking as a career. And yet, Daryl taught me what an incredible, incredible thing it is to be able to be a homemaker, no matter your age. I realized I was homemaking even as a child in the way that I kept my room, and then in college. And so we all are able to make our homes what we would like to have. And it actually is quite exciting, as Daryl pointed out, in so many different ways. So I'm so thankful for this book and the influence that it had. So fast forward to 2009, and we had had a few big years as a family. We had had a big move. I had to go into our office and help my husband for a time. And our home was in the middle of remodeling, and it just wasn't getting done. And I was getting behind, so behind. And so I started praying for help. How can I put my house back together and get caught up? And so I had the thought to just do a little bit every day, just one small thing every day. And so I'm the kind of person who needs motivation. And so I decided to create a blog so I could be accountable. And I blogged every day. I didn't blog weekends, I didn't blog vacations or holidays, or I didn't do projects those days, but every other day I did something. And so every night I would look at my day the following day and figure out what it was, what small thing I could do. Sometimes it was a project that took a whole day, but generally it was small, just a few minutes or half hour. But I would do something, and I didn't have to finish it. It could take me several days or weeks. So I created this little blog, and for motivation, I decided to pull out my book, and I quoted Daryl every day of this blog. So I would have, it's hard to see a little bit, but I would have before pictures, and oh my gosh, this is a pantry one, which I made it small on purpose because it was so bad. But so that took me several days. I don't remember how many, but I would blog the before picture, the procedure, and then the after picture, and then I would find a quote that went along with every project that, if I'm doing pantry stuff, I found quotes about pantries. It was so fun to have Daryl help motivate me throughout. Well, as the year went on, I started to wonder, is Daryl alive? I didn't know. And so I look her up, and sure enough, she's alive. She's writing for the Meridian magazine. She's speaking. And so I thought, ooh, I've got to meet her. But I wasn't done with my year. And how many of you have seen Julie and Julia? That movie. That didn't go well. That's kind of what I was doing. So Julia Childs, the cook, a girl, Julie, took her cookbook and worked her way through it and blogged about it. But then when she met up with Julia was not nice. And so I thought, I kind of would be kind of funny with some of her quotes, and it was never disrespectful, but I thought, I don't know if she's a Julia, I don't know. So I waited till I was done. I waited till I was done with the year to reach out. So on December 31st, 2010, I reached out to Daryl and emailed her and said, hey, and I thanked her for all of her influence on me during the years. I gave her my blog address, and within 24 hours, she replied, and she had read the whole blog, the entire thing. And she says, where do you live? I have to meet you. I said, I'm in Taylorsville. She says, I'm in Salt Lake. And so within a few weeks, there I am. I'm very pregnant with Lily. Those of you who know my Lily is going to be 13 this month. But at the time, I was very pregnant. And we met, and Daryl fixed me lunch. And she took me on a tour of her awesome, beautiful home. And we spoke for hours, and immediately we were kindred spirits. And we've continued to.
And we talked for 4 hours after when we met that day.
Yes. We just couldn't get enough of each other. We just geeked out on the homemaking. It was so fun. So we have just continued to be friends, and she has continued to inspire me in so many ways. And so a few months later, she got to meet little Lily, and it was just so great. And so a couple years ago, when she shared with me she was writing another book, I was just like, oh, this is wonderful. And I was so excited, and I got to help just a little bit in the editing of it, and that was so fun.